Hi, good morning, boys and girls. This is Gwen, and I'm holding Sadie. And Sadie is called an Easter egger chicken because her eggs look like Easter eggs. And actually, on our way here to the library this morning, Sadie had an egg in her little basket that we travel in, and it's blue because Sadie makes blue eggs. Isn't that cool? And just like people, we all look different on the outside, but we're all the same on the inside. So it doesn't matter if their egg is blue, or I have a chicken at home that makes greener eggs, not just blue, or brown or white. They all are the same on the inside. So it's a good thing to remember. All eggs taste the same, especially when they come out of your backyard. And in the box right now, we also have Sandy, and both of these chickens are about 2.5. And Sandy might be going to have an egg. She's making the kind of noises that chickens make before they lay eggs. So, you gonna sit for Mommy? There you go. Yeah. And oh, she has a diaper on. She has her blue jeans on since we're outside. And we don't also want to have any messes in the library, do we? You hear Sandy talking to us? Yeah. Sandy's talking to us. Yeah. Okay, you can sit. Well, we're going to read some stories. First one's called Chicken Story Time. And appropriately, chickens are in the library. So there's a chicken walking down the street. Sees a sign that says Story Time at the library. Tails to tails. Isn't that funny? So there's the library. There's the Pennsauken library. And it's story time, and all the parents and the kids are going to the library. One librarian, one story, children, and a chicken sneaking in the window. Do we see any chickens sneaking in the windows, Abe? No, we walked in the front door. The children like the chicken. The chicken likes the children. Let's begin, says Miss Susan, the librarian. Everyone loves story time. Do you love story time? Yeah. What do you think? Good story? 1 week later, story time at the library. Oh my goodness, there's chickens. More than one chicken came to story time at the Pennsauken library. One librarian, Miss Susan. One story, more children. More chickens. Oh my goodness, chickens everywhere. On the library bookshelf, on the chair, chickens everywhere. The children like the chickens like the children. Please be seated, says the librarian. Everyone loves story time. 1 week later, story time at the library. Now there's even baby chicks coming with their mama. All the chickens are coming to the library, all the way up on the roof. White chickens, brown chickens. One librarian, one story, many children, many chickens. The chickens are everywhere. The children laugh, the chickens cluck, 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 cluck. Well, you really go quack, quack, quack. You do. Settle down now, says Miss Susan, the librarian. No one can hear her. Quack, quack, cluck, cluck, cluck. Let's begin, she says. Look at all the kids. Look at all the chickens. Please be seated, she says. Cluck, cluck, the chickens are riding on the little cart that moves the books. They're getting rides. Settle down now, she says. Cluck, 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 cluck. Children and chickens everywhere, but only one librarian. "What are we going to do?" she says. Cluck, 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 and she has an idea. Story time at the library. Lots of children, flocks of chickens. Shelves and shelves of stories. The children like the chickens like the children. At each of the tables and the little rugs are kids with the chickens. Everyone loves story time, especially the librarian, Miss Susan, who now can sit because the kids are reading stories to the chickens, just like we did. What do you think? What do you think? You see the chickens? Yeah. That's a good storybook, huh? Yeah, you like that story? You do? You like that story? Okay. The end. Very good. You liked that story, Sade, didn't you? Did you like that story? Yep. Okay, now we're going to read The Little Red Hen. We used to have a chicken that looked like her. Yeah. We don't have a red hen right now. Better sit. No, better sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. The little red hen. Once upon a time, a cat, a dog, a mouse, and a little red hen all lived together in a cozy little house. The cat liked to sleep all day on the soft couch. The dog liked to nap all day on the sunny back porch. And the mouse liked to snooze all day in the warm chair by the fireside. So the little red hen had to do all the housework. She cooked the meals, washed the dishes, made the beds. She swept the floor, washed the windows, and mended the clothes. She raked the leaves, she mowed the grass, she hoed the garden. One day, when she was hoeing the garden, she found some grains of wheat. "Who will plant this wheat?" cried the little red hen. "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the mouse. "Then I will," said the little red hen, and she did. Each morning, the little red hen watered the wheat and pulled the weeds. Soon the wheat pushed through the ground and began to grow tall. There she is with her little watering can. When the wheat was ripe, the little red hen asked, "Who will cut this wheat?" "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the mouse. "Then I will," said the little red hen, and she did. When the wheat was all cut, the little red hen asked, "Now who will take this wheat to the mill to be ground into flour?" "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the mouse. "Then I will," said the little red hen, and she did. The little red hen returned from the mill carrying a small bag of fine white flour. "Who will make a cake from this fine white flour?" asked the little red hen. "Not I," said the cat. "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the mouse. Did Sadie make it? Sadie make it back. "Then I will," said the little red hen, and she did. She gathered sticks and made a fire in the stove. She took milk and sugar and eggs and butter and mixed them in a big bowl and with the fine white flour. When the oven was hot, she poured the cake batter into a shining pan and put it in the oven. You see her? She's putting it in the oven. Soon a delicious smell filled the little cozy house. The cat got off the soft couch and strolled into the kitchen. Looks like he's smelling cake. The dog got up from the sunny back porch and came into the kitchen. Look at his nose up, sniffing at the cake. Yeah, he's sniffing at the cake. The mouse jumped down from his warm chair and scampered into the kitchen. The little red hen was just taking a beautiful cake out of the oven. Who will eat this cake? Asked the little red hen. I will, said the cat. I will, cried the dog. I will, cried the mouse. But the little red hen said, all by myself. I planted the wheat. I tended the wheat. I cut the wheat. I took the wheat to the mill to be ground into flour. All by myself. I gathered the sticks. I built the fire. I mixed the cake. And all by myself, I'm going to eat it. And she did, to the very last crumb. And after that, whenever there were jobs to be done, the little red hen had 3 very eager helpers. The end. The end. Well, how about we see if Miss Sadie wants to come up, or Miss Sandy rather wants to come up and read a story too. We do that? Yeah, we can put your egg right there for now. Yeah, you go down. No, go down. And you can come up. Oh, you're heavy. You're a big girl. And you don't have a diaper on, so you better sit on the tail. Okay. You gonna sit on the tail? Yeah, you are. You can sit. Can you sit nice? Sit nice. What do you think? Say hi, I'm Sandy. And if you look at my feathers, I have hearts all the way coming down my chest. And I make big brown eggs. Sadie makes nice blue eggs, and I make big brown ones. Yeah. So the next story is called Hattie Peck. This is one of my favorite stories. Eggs. Look at all the eggs. Some look like eggs from our house. Hattie Peck had only ever laid 1 egg, and it had never hatched. Poor Hattie. She simply loved eggs. They were all she thought about and all she dreamed about. Eggs, eggs, eggs. No egg was too big. No egg was too small. Hattie Peck loved them all. But all she wanted was an egg of her own. All this thinking and dreaming about eggs made Hattie Peck very sad. But then she had a thought. If she couldn't lay an egg, she'd find one. In fact, she'd find lots. She plucked herself up and decided to venture way beyond the coop, to embark on a journey in search of all the abandoned eggs. Hattie would rescue them all and hatch every last one. Sorry. So off she went in search of the eggs. Clucking and puffing, she rode for days on end across stormy seas. Hattie battled weather like you've never seen. She dived to the deepest depths of vast oceans. If there was just one forgotten egg she could save, she would find it. Hattie Peck trekked all through villages and clambered over rooftops and gently guiding precious little eggs down the gutters so as not to crack them. Pluck, pluck. Hattie Peck soared over gigantic cities. The mere thought of heights made Hattie shudder, but she would do anything in search of her treasured eggs. And she trudged through gloomy, dark caves deep down below the ground. Dark and scary. She battled blazing fires, blustery winds, pouring rain, and heavy snow, all to find eggs, eggs, eggs. And find them she did. Hattie Peck decided it was time to return with her colossal clutch to her coop. What a tremendous task, Hattie thought. And she's pulling a big pile of eggs on a little, some kind of thing. She's pulling them along on the water. And she was sitting on them. Hattie Peck didn't mind. Look at her sitting on all those eggs. She was happy. Days and weeks went by until finally, crack, scratch, tap, the hatching had begun. And when it was done, oh look, Hattie Peck made the perfect little mom. She's sitting in the rocking chair knitting, and she has all kinds of animals because a lot of different animals come out of eggs. So she has ducks and penguins and alligators and peacocks and snakes and beavers and all kinds of animals. Big alligator there, crocodile. And that was Hattie's favorite, the little baby crocodile. The end. That's all that work that Hattie did to make all those eggs happen, right? Did she make them all happen? Yeah? Did you think that was a funny story? Did you think that was a funny story? You giggle? You can giggle. You were giggling earlier. Giggle, giggle. Giggle, giggle. Giggle, giggle. Giggle. Giggle, giggle, giggle. Giggle, giggle. That was a funny story. That was a funny story. That was a funny story. You laughing at that story? So now our last story is all about dinosaurs and chickens. If you could see my shirt real good, I'll see if I can move the giggle girt over a little. It says, I raise tiny dinosaurs. And the picture isn't a dinosaur, it's a chicken. And that's because chickens came from dinosaurs. Chickens are modern day dinosaurs. And some of the things that chickens have that we know are related to dinosaurs are their feet. Their feet look like T-Rex feet. They have a breastbone right here. Their bones are hollow, like straws. People and other animals have blood inside our bones. Not birds, not chickens. They just have straws. So that makes them lighter so they can fly. And most interesting is we know there were a lot of dinosaurs that had feathers. And they can now go back and find the fossils and they can see what color that dinosaur's feathers were. They can say that dinosaur had black feathers, that dinosaur had brown feathers. So we know that there were dinosaurs with feathers. So you are a little dinosaur. Did you know it? Huh? Did you know about that? Is that a funny story too? Huh? That's funny about dinosaurs. That's funny about dinosaurs, isn't it? Yeah, it's a funny story. You're a good giggler. Yes, you are. Well, we're going to read Chickasaurus Rex. Every little animal at the farm longed to play in the treehouse, especially little Chick. See, the other animals are up in the treehouse. But first, he had to face the bullies who guarded the entrance. Little Chick clucked, "Can I come in?" The bullies blocked his way. "This is a club for the brave and mighty. First, you have to prove you belong." "The rams in my family can chop down trees with their mighty horns," bleated Little Sheep. "My father can chase away trespassers with his mighty tusks," boasted Little Pig. You don't like the bullies. "Donkeys can carry heavy loads with our mighty backs," bragged Little Donkey. "So tell us, what mighty things can chickens do?" they demanded. Little Chick thought hard. "My father can cock-a-doodle-doo." We don't have any boy chickens. They make too many loud cock-a-doodle-doos. Our neighbors would not like that, so we only have girl chickens. "That won't do," they taunted. "If your father isn't brave and mighty, you'll never be either." "No chickens allowed." They put a sign up on the treehouse. Those boys. Back at home, Little Chick squawked in frustration. Who around the coop could teach him to be mighty and brave? Little Chick paced back and forth, scratching and scratching in the dirt. Didn't anyone in our family ever do anything brave and mighty? Father Rooster nodded his head, wiggling his wattle. This is her wattles right down here. "Let me get the photo album, son." Our family won prizes, invented the chicken dance craze, and even crossed the road, Father said proudly. Little Chick was not impressed. None of these relatives were brave and mighty, but the last picture caught his eye. "What is Grandpa doing with that bone?" And there's pictures of Grandpa, Great-Grandma with an egg, Great-Great-Great-Grandma dancing, Great-Great-Great-Great-Grandpa crossing the road, and the bottom one has Grandpa Rooster with a great big bone coming out of the soil. Over the next few weeks, Little Chick helped his father dig lots of holes, looking for more mighty fossils from their ancestors. And finally, they found a promising site. After digging and digging and digging some more, they stepped back. They had uncovered the skeleton of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Little Chick's beak dropped open in shock. Was this his ancestor? Could it be? Tyrannosaurus Rex was the mightiest of them all. He picked up a sharp bone and bellowed. "I am Chickasaurus Rex." Chickasaurus Rex couldn't wait to tell the bullies that his father was mighty after all. He swooped and whooped towards the treehouse. They still had the sign up that said no chickens allowed. He heard the frightened squeals of the little donkey, little sheep, and little pig, and the smacking chops of a hungry wolf. The wolf was there. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Chickasaurus Rex charged at the wolf, letting out a mighty battle cry. He's got the big T-Rex bone in his hand, too. The wolf didn't know what happened. He wasn't sticking around to find out. He chased the wolf away. Little donkey, little sheep, and little pig had to admit they were wrong. Little Chick had acted very mighty and brave, for he's a mighty brave chicken, and they even gave him a chair that says Chickasaurus Rex. Everyone is welcome. The big animals cheered for Chickasaurus Rex. The small animals cheered for Chickasaurus Rex. And from then on, all animals were allowed to play in the tree house. The end. Did you like that story? You had to cuddle more? Were you a little afraid of the wolf? We don't know. We don't know. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to switch again and put you back in the house because Miss Sadie is going to play the piano for us. So we're going to put you down. Put you back. Okay, all right. She will pop out there and turn the piano around. I know, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna put a few of your treats on there. You know, oh, you can't have the treats out of the jar. You're cheating. You have to play the piano for us, and then you can have your treats. Oh, are you going to do it? Are you going to play the chicken dance? Wouldn't that be funny? She wants treats too, I think. We'll give her a couple treats in a minute. She doesn't like to play the piano too much. All right, Sade, you ready? I think Sandy's singing while you play. Oh, you want more? I'll give you a couple more. Just a couple. Up, 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 up. Up, up, up. Here, up, up. Here. Now here. Turn around, turn around, turn around. You done? You're going to clean up your mess, though. That's very nice of you. Spilled a couple? See how good of a housekeeper you are? Your little Red Hen would have been very happy. Yeah. You clean up your mess? All right. She's singing with your song. Well, we're going to turn you around. And we're going to say goodbye. And it's been very nice spending some time with all the boys and girls out there. and them getting to meet Sadie and Sandy, who's talking to them from inside the box. And stay nice and cool, and we'll see you again. Thank you.